So dear students, myself Vivek Kumar Singh. I have done BTech in Chemical Engineering and having more than 12 years of teaching experience. And math has been a very favorite subject for me. So I thought to give you a very good solution for the maths, so that the basics and the common understanding has to be very clear to all the students. So today, just to start with, for the maths of the class 10th, first chapter we will be starting real numbers. Just quick recap, in class 9th you have learned for that integers, rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational numbers we know means the numbers that can be expressed in the form of p, y, q. Here we take the common assumption that q is never equals to 0. Q means the denominator. So any number having p by q form or the fractional form, so it should not have denominator equal to 0. And irrational numbers means numbers that cannot be expressed in the p by q form. Say for example root 2 or root 3. So they are irrational numbers, because if we find their square roots, it will never be a perfect square. It will be a non-terminating and non-repeating one. So they are into the category of irrational numbers. So real numbers, they are having both rational numbers as well as irrational numbers. And in our junior classes also, you have learned how to find out the HCF, highest common factor. Here in this chapter we will be finding the HCF not by simply finding out the multiples, then after taking the pairs and that, but here we will find that HCF by using the Euclid's division lemma. Euclid's division lemma. In this, what happens is A equals to BQ plus R. So this is the simple following the division algorithm. So what is the division algorithm? This is the dividend equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Here A is the dividend, B is the divisor, Q is the quotient and R is the remainder. Suppose for example if we take a small example like 13, this is divided by suppose 3. How we divide it? 3 4 is 12, remainder is 1. So how we write? 13 is the dividend. So writing here 13 equals to, here divisor is 3. So write down 3 into quotient comes out to be 4. So here it is 4 plus remainder is 1. So this is the simple division algorithm. In the same form, now we have just generalized this division algorithm and given it a name as the Euclid's division lemma. A equals to BQ plus R. Now we will take the simple examples how to find the HCF using this division algorithm. Suppose we need to find out the HCF of 30 and 75, say for example. So we will solve this, or we will find the HCF using this Euclid's division lemma. How it is? Now the dividend, here the smaller number is 30 and the greater number is 75. So we will always divide greater number by the smaller number. So on dividing 75 by 30, what will give? So divide it here. it is 30, 2 just 60, remainder is 15. So again we will write this in the form of this. So this is 75 equals to 30 into 2 plus 15. Here the remainder is not 0. So until unless we are not getting remainder as 0, जब तक remainder 0 नहीं होगा तब तक हम इस चीज़ को फॉलो करते रहेंगे. मीन्स आगे नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या होगी, जो भी रिमाइंडर आया हुआ है दैट विल डिवाइड द प्रीवियस डिवीजर. अब यहाँ पे प्रीवियस डिवीजर हमारा कितना है 30, रिमाइंडर इज 15. सो वी विल डिवाइड दिस डिवीजर बाय द रिमाइंडर. विल राइट द नेक्स्ट स्टेप. सिंस रिमाइंडर is not 0, remainder is not 0, so again divisor is 15. 15 means remainder. So whatever is the remainder in the previous steps, that will become divisor. So 30 equals to now 15 into 2 plus 0. So on dividing 30 by 15, we will get 2 as the quotient and remainder as 0. So now here this division lemma will terminate, because here we are getting remainder as 0. So why the number we are getting the remainder as 0, that will be the SCF. So on dividing, see 30 by 15, 2 times, this is 30 and here it is 0, remainder is 0. So by dividing 15, we are getting the remainder as 0. Therefore SCF of 30 and 75 is 15. This is the one thing. Now we will solve some of the questions from our exercise 1.1. First is the use Euclid's division algorithm to find the SCF of SCF of 135 and 225. 135 and 225. So again see 225 is greater than 35. Since 225 is greater than 135, therefore on dividing 225 by 135, we can divide it separately. So this will go by one time, 135, here it is 0, 90. So we can write it down in the form of the division lemma. So this is 225 equals to 135 into 1 plus 90. So this is the dividend equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Since the remainder is not 0, so again we will divide this divisor by remainder. On dividing 135 by 90. So this is 135 equals to 90 into 1 plus 45. Again the remainder is not 0, it is 45. So again we will divide this quotient by the remainder. On dividing 90 by 45, so this is 90 equals to 45 into 2 plus 0. Here remainder is 0. So we are getting the remainder 0 by dividing the number 90 by 45. Therefore SCF will be SCF of 225 and 135 is 45. Clear? Now coming to the second question, to find the SCF between 196 and 38,220. Find the SCF between 196 and 38,220. Here also 38,220 is greater than 196. So on dividing, sorry, 38,220 by 196. So 38,220 equals to, this is the complete divisor. So this is 196 into 195 plus 0. Here we are getting 0 in the first step itself. Therefore remainder is 0 and the HCF is 195. Now coming to the next question. To find the HCF between $867 and 255. Here again see 867 is greater than 255, therefore 255 will be the divisor. Following the equalist division, 867 equals to 255. Now we can divide it separately. 225, 255, 867. This will go 2 times or 3 times. So 3 5s are 15, 3 5s are 15 plus 1, 16, 3 2s are 6 plus 1, 7. This is 2, 0 and 1. 102 is the remainder. So now we can write it down into 3 plus 102. Here the question, dividend is 867, divisor is 255, quotient is 3 and remainder is 102. Again the remainder is not 0, so we will divide the divisor by this remainder. Again dividing 255 by 102. So 255 is equals to 102 into 1 times. Then we can divide it separately also. 102, 255. So it will go 2 times, 4 and 2. Remainder is 1 and 5. So remainder is 51 plus 51. Again remainder is not 0. So we will divide this divisor 102 by 51. Write it down again, dividing 102 by 51. So we will always divide by the remainder only. So this is 102 equals to 51 into 2 plus 0. Remainder is 0. Now we are getting the remainder 0. So it will terminate here itself. HCF is 51. So by dividing by 51, we are getting remainder 0. Therefore HCF will be 51. Now coming to the second question. So that any positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1. Positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. This we need to have proof that any odd integer will be in the form of 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. So how will prove that now? See that any number using the division algorithm, this is a equals to bq plus r. This is by the Euclid's division lemma. Here b equals to 6, because that number has to be in the form of 6q. plus 1, 6 cube plus 3, 6 cube plus r. So here b is 6, q is q itself, and the remainders are 1, 3 and 5. So a equals to 6q plus r. So on dividing any number by 6, we get the remainders as r will be less than 6 but greater than equals to 0. Means the possible remainders on dividing any number by 6 would be r will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So remainder will always be lesser than the divisor. Divisor is 6. Now we will substitute the different values of the r and we will get this expression. So a equals to 6q plus 0 when r is equals to 0. So a equals to 6q. So this is not an odd number because it is divisor by 2. We can write it down, a equals to 2 times 3q, equation number 1. So this is divisor by 2, so it is not odd, it is even number. So we are getting the even expression. Now coming to the second one, a equals to 6q plus 1 where r is equals to 1. By substituting r equals to 1, the same expression will be 6q plus 1. Therefore, a equals to, now this is the odd, 6q plus 1. This is the odd expression. Again taking the same, a equals to 6q plus 2 where r is equals to 2. A equals to 2 times 3q plus 1. Here this is again an even number, so we are writing this as even integer. Similarly, we can find this expression for the others also. Taking the same, a equals to 6q plus 3 where r is equals to 3. So this will be reduced as a equals to, again this is the odd expression because this completely will not be divided by 2. We can write it down, 6q plus 2 plus 1, breaking 3 in the form of 2 plus 1. In first two terms we can take 2 as the common. So this will be a equals to 2 times 3q plus 1 plus 1. So this is divided by 2, but this will not. So therefore this expression is odd. Again going for the next step, a equals to 6q plus 4, taking r equals to 4. So a equals to 2 times 3q plus 2. Now this is divisor by 2, so this is an even integer. Now coming to the last one, that when we are having remainder as 5. So same expression will change, a equals to 6q plus 5, taking r equals to 5. Again we can break it. So a equals to 6q plus 4 plus 1. We can write 5 in the form of 4 plus 1. Therefore a equals to, taking 2 as common in this. So we are getting 3q plus 2 plus 1. So this is divisor by 2, but again this is plus 1, so it is odd expression for us. Now we can find out 6q plus 1, so this is the odd expression. 6q plus 3, we are getting the odd expression. 6q plus 5, we are getting the odd expression. So any positive odd integer that can be expressed in the form of 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5. अभी सेम क्वेश्चन दूसरे फॉर्म में भी आ सकता है कि पॉजिटिव ऑड इंटीजर, नाउ पॉजिटिव इवन इंटीजर, दिस कैन ऑल्सो कम इन द इवन इंटीजर फॉर्म. सो इवन इंटीजर फॉर्म में this will be in the form of like 6q plus 2, 6q plus 4 and so So 6q plus 2 or 6q itself. 6q itself we are getting even. 6q plus 2. 6q plus 2 we are getting even. And 6q plus 4 we are getting even. So दूसरे तरीके से भी क्वेश्चन आ सकता है प्रूफ करने के लिए कि इसको अभी हमें ऑड इंटीजर ना होकर के इवन इंटीजर में प्रूफ करना होगा. सेम क्वेश्चन विल गो, बस अभी उसमें ये एक्सप्रेशंस रहेंगी जो इवन नंबर वाली आई हुई है हमारी. बस नाउ कमिंग टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. द क्वेश्चन इज an army contingent of 616 members is to march behind an army band of 32 members in a parade. The two groups are to march in the same number of the columns. What is the maximum number of columns that they can march? Now see, we need to find out the maximum number of columns where the army contingent can march. So whenever there is a case of the maximum numbers, we go for the SCF. So we need to find the SCF of 616 and 32. So here 616 is greater than 32. So on dividing 616 by 32. So 616 equals to, now we can divide it separately. This will go one time, 32, 11, 2, 9, 5, 3, 2. So will not go, carry 6. So this will be 9 times. 9 2 is 18, 288. So this is now 8 and 0. So 8 is the remainder now. So this is 32 into 19 plus 8. So on dividing 616 by 32, we are getting 616 as dividend. This is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Again we are not getting remainder as 0. So again dividing this divisor by the remainder. On dividing 32 by 8. So 32 equals to 8 into 4 plus 0. Here because 32 is completely divided by 8, we are getting remainder as 0. Since we are getting remainder as 0, so SCF would be 8. So the number of columns would be, are 8. So in the 8 columns they can march. Okay, now coming to the question number 4. Use the Euclid's division lemma to show that the square of any positive integer So this square of any positive integer, it is in the form of 3m or 3m plus 1. In the form of 3m and 3m plus 1, where m is any integer. Again we will follow the Euclid's division lemma. So Euclid's division lemma is A equals to BQ plus R. A is the dividend and B is the divisor, Q is the quotient and R is the remainder. Here divisor is 3. So B equals to 3. So when we have divisor as 3, the possible remainders would be, so value of R will be less than, this will be less than the divisor, less than 3, but greater than equals to 0. So possible R values of R will be 0, 1 and 2. 0, 1 and 2. So now just following this division lemma, A equals to BQ. So in place of B, write 3Q plus R. So for A equals to 3Q plus 0, taking R equals to 0. So for R equals to 0, this expression will reduce to 3Q plus 0. We can rewrite it A equals to 3Q. So on squaring, because we have been asked for the square of any integer, square of any positive integer is in the form. So we will square it. So on squaring both sides, so this is A square equals to 3Q whole square. So we are getting A square equals to 9Q square. We can take 3 as the common. A square equals to 3 times this is 3Q whole square. Rewriting it, A square equals to 3M, where M equals to 3 times Q square. So we got the first expression, that square of any positive odd integer is in the form of 3M. Now taking it again for other remainders like R equals to 1 and R equals to 2. So taking the same expression, A equals to 3Q plus R, rewriting it, A equals to 3Q plus 1, where R is equals to 1. On squaring both sides, on squaring we get A square equals to 3Q plus 1 whole square. So A square equals to, on squaring it, so this will square on the basis of A plus B whole square. So this is A square plus 2AB plus B square. So this is 3Q square means 9Q square plus 6Q plus 1. So this is A square equals to, we can take 3 common in this, 3Q, or simply taking 3 as common. So this will be 3Q square plus 2Q plus 1. Here A square equals to 3M plus 1. So writing M equals to, we have taken M as 3Q square plus 2Q, where M equals to 3Q square plus 2Q. So this is what the expression we got in the term of 3M plus 1. Again taking the same expression for R equals to 2. So A equals to 3Q plus R, A equals to 3Q plus 2, taking R equals to 2. So by taking R equals to 2, again squaring on both sides, because we have been asked for the square of the positive integers. So A square will be equals to 3Q plus 2 whole square. So we get A square equals to 9Q square, 9Q square plus 2AB. So 2AB means 12Q plus 4B square. So A square equals to, we can write it again in the form of 3 plus 1, 9Q square plus 12Q plus 3 plus 1. So we can take 3 common from this expression. So it will be A square equals to 3, take 3 as a common. So this will be 3Q square plus 4Q plus 1 plus 1. So now this expression is in the form of, so write it down this as M. So we got A square equals to 3M plus 1. Okay, we can again rewrite it as A square equals to 3M plus 1, where M is 3Q square plus 4Q plus 1. Now coming to the fifth question, use the Euclid's division lemma to show that the cube of any positive integer is of the form. So cube of the positive integer. Cube of positive integer, it is in the form of 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. So this is in the form of 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. So now here see, using the Euclid's division, using Euclid's division lemma, A equals to BQ plus R. Now mind it, here B is not equals to 9. B 9 नहीं है, 9 हम नहीं रखेंगे, जैसे हमने प्रीवियस वाला क्वेश्चन में किया हुआ था, स्क्वायर ऑफ एनी पॉजिटिव इंटीजर दैट वाज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ 3m और 3m plus 1. There the divisor was 3, but here the divisor is not 9 because it is asking for the form of the cube. कि अगर हमने कोई एक पॉजिटिव इंटीजर लिया हुआ है, अगर मैं उसका क्यूब करूँगा तो क्यूब किसके फॉर्म में आएगा, 9m plus 1 और 9m plus 8. ये क्यूब का फॉर्म है 9m में 9 जो है वो डिवीजर नहीं है, ये किसका फॉर्म है, क्यूब का फॉर्म है. सो डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज कि यहाँ पे 9m में 9 एज डिवीजर है, तो वी कैन नॉट टेक b एज 9 हियर. नो, दिस इज नॉट द डिवीजर ओवर हियर बिकॉज इट इज आस्किंग फॉर द फॉर्म. सो क्यूब जो होगा वो 9m plus 1 और 9m plus 8 के फॉर्म में होगा. यहाँ पे डिवीजर हम 9 नहीं लेंगे. सो द जनरल एक्सप्रेशन फॉर द पॉजिटिव इंटीजर इज, so positive integer is, this is in the form of 3q plus r. So we'll write again a equals to 3q plus r. So r will be less than 3 and greater than equals to 0. So the possible values of r will be 0, 1 and 2 because the divisor is 3. So remainder will always be less than 3. So this will be 0, 1 and 2. A equals to 3q plus r. A equals to 3q plus 0. Taking remainder r equals to 0. So when r equals to 0, a equals to, this will reduce in the form of 3q. So on cubing, we will get a equals to, a cube equals to 3q whole cube. So this will be a cube equals to 27q cube. We can take 3 as common, or better because it is in the form of 9m. So we will make it in the factor of 9. So we will take 9 as common. A cube equals to 9 times, this will be 3q cube. We can rewrite is a cube equals to 9m, where m is equals to 3q square, sorry, this will be 3q cube. Now here see 27q cube. So 27q cube में से अभी हमने क्या किया, 9 कॉमन ले लिया, ब्रैकेट में कितना बचा, 3q क्यूब. 3q क्यूब को हमने अभी m लिख दिया है और हमने एक एक्सप्रेशन भी दे दिया m इक्वल्स टू 3q क्यूब. 9 ही कॉमन क्यों लिया हुआ है, बिकॉज अभी हमें 9m plus 1 और 9m plus 8 के फॉर्म में लेके आना है, इसलिए. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट ऑब्जर्वेशन. सो हियर वी हैव फाइंड आउट द एक्सप्रेशन फॉर r इक्वल्स टू 0. पुटिंग r इक्वल्स टू 0. नाउ टेक द सेम एक्सप्रेशन एंड फाइंड आउट इट फॉर r इक्वल्स टू 1. a इक्वल्स टू 3q plus r. A equals to 3q plus 1, taking r equals to 1 in this case. Now again cubing it. So on cubing, so we get a cube equals to 3q plus 1 whole cube. Follow the identity, a plus b whole cube, this is equals to a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. So a plus b whole cube is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. Here a is 3q and b is 1. So substituting 3q in place of a and 1 in place of b. So this expression we can write it down 3q plus 1 whole cube. So this will be a cube, putting 3q in place of this. So 3q whole cube plus 3 times dot. In the case of this expression is multiplication. So 3 into a square, a is 3q, so 3q square, or simply we can write it down 9q square into b, b is 1 plus 3 times a is 3q into b square, 1 square is 1 plus b cube, 1 cube. Simplifying this expression, 3q plus 1 whole cube, this is equals to 27q cube plus 9 3 are 27q square plus 3 3 are 9q plus 1 cube is 1. Now we can take 9 as common from this expression. We can take 9 as common because that will give us expression in the form of 9m. So we can write a equals to, simply now we will write this a cube equals to in the same form like 9, taking 9 as common. So this will be 3q cube plus 3q square plus q and plus 1 out of the bracket. So this expression we can write as m. So complete expression is m. So a cube is equals to 9m plus 1, where m equals to 9q cube plus 3q square plus q. So this is the expression in the form of 9m plus 1. Okay. So we will clear this portion to find out the third expression. Now take again a equals to 3q plus r, a equals to 3q plus 2, where r is equals to 2. Now on cubing, so on cubing both sides this expression, we will get a cube equals to 3q plus 2 whole cube. Is it? Again following the same identity, a plus b whole cube equals to a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus v cube. So a cube equals to, we will state by substituting the values in this identity. So a cube means 3q whole cube plus 3a square means 3q square. So this is 9q square into b is 2 plus 3ab square, 3 into a is 3q into b square is 4 plus b cube is 2 cube. So this becomes a cube equals to 27q cube plus 27q square, sorry, this will be 54q square, 3 9 are 27, 27 into 2, 54q square plus 3 3 are 9, 9 into 4, 36q plus 8. So again we will take common 9 from this expression, leaving 8. So a cube equals to, take 9 as common from here. So taking 9 as common, this will be 3q cube plus 6q square plus 4q, and this is 8. Again we will write it in the form of 9m plus 8. So see, this expression we can take up as m, and this 8 is separate. So, this is a cube equals to 9m plus 8. So, we are getting this expression in the form of 9m plus 8. So, we got all three expressions in the form of 9m plus 1 and 9m plus 8.